Hello Sim fans, welcome back to the SimFanatic channel, this time for a scenery review of the Orbix payware scenery of San Jose International Airport. Now I'm going to read off to you what Orbix Central says about this airport, so let's go ahead and just start with that. It's located in the heart of the city of San Jose, California. The San Jose International Airport is the perfect airport for regional and long-haul hops to and from the center of Silicon Valley. San Jose International Airport is the second largest airport in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it provides unique opportunities to fly to long-haul destinations such as Tokyo, Beijing, and London. Stunning dynamic lighting brings the airport to life during the late nights, and advanced PBR materials make the main terminal buildings look lifelike from all perspectives, giving you the ultimate experience at San Jose International Airport. Now we'll take a look at that, Sim fans, and turn the lights down, and we'll see what these night textures look like for this airport here in a moment. Now, continuing to read off from Orbix's site, they say whether you're looking for a new destination to fly short regional hops or an alternative for long haul flying to the San Francisco area, San Jose International Airport will give you the choice and flexibility you're looking for in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, key features as stated from Orbix's site on this scenery. Complete Ultra HD rendition of San Jose International Airport, detailed PBR textures as standard, exquisite modeling work for the entire airport, nestled in default photogrammetry area, enhanced ground poly with weathering effects. It comes with custom PBR ground service equipment and static aircraft, as you see as we fly by. And there's also POIs that are included that surround the airport. Now, for one, I'm not that big Sim fans on POIs, but for those of you that like it, go for it. It's included. I think it tends to take away from the immersion, but hey, this is a simulator for everyone. No matter what you like, you usually can change the settings for it. Okay, Sim fans, now before we get started, I thought I'd go ahead and show you what my graphic settings are. So I am running a 2K monitor, so as you can see, I'm at 3440 by 1440. I have VSync turned off. By the way, if you have a G-Sync monitor like I do, you want that off, not on. Render scaling at 100, anti-aliasing at TAA just because it looks great. Terrain level of detail have set as 100. Terrain vector data got set to high, buildings high, trees set at high, and grass and bushes set at high. So now really quick, I usually for my day-to-day flying and streaming, I'll have terrain, buildings, and trees all set to medium, and I'll actually have the grass and bushes turned off. And I'll just scroll down here so you can see the rest of them, Sim fans, the rest of my settings. Okay, Sim fans, now for the airport, let's check out the airport diagram. As you can see, we've got the terminal right here on the north. We've got the hangars for the general aviation on the south side or southwest side of the runways. So yeah, as you can see, there are two parallel runways for San Jose. Each one is 11,000 by 150 in width, so 11,000 feet long and 150 feet wide, which is going to be your typical long runway for a major airport. So you can tell from the airport diagram, we've got an elevation of 38 feet on the north end there, or the northwest end rather, and we've got 61 elevation on the southeastern part, so right at where 30 right is. So runways for this airport, of course, as you can see, are 12 left and 30 right, and 12 right, 30 left. Okay, Sim fans, so here we've got the terminal for San Jose, and again, I think Orbix has done a pretty good job with the buildings, and we've got the curvature and the roof line there for the main terminal area. As you can see in the background, we have the rental car center, basically a big, huge parking garage. I have actually never been to San Jose International, so I'm gonna take it for what it's worth. I did do a comparison between Google Maps and the layout here, but as you can see, yeah, Orbix has done a pretty good job. You've got some, the ground service vehicles like it was talked about in the overview. One thing I really like about Nimbus scenery is you can see through the buildings and the windows. Here it just looks like you've got these painted panels. There's no reflections there that I can see, and no transparency with the windows. Of course, when you have those kind of effects, they do take a hit on performance. So I think what Orbix has done here is basically the developers have taking this to an account and wanting the scenery to perform well, knowing that the PC market, we have a lot of variance between builds and graphics cards and that. So there's always that line of balance and performance. Kind of like this, Sim fans, if we go down here, check it out. You've got the actual Terminal A and Terminal B, and you can clearly read the signs there. And, some of the scenery you'll see it's very, very low resolution, and so it looks pixelated in that. But here we got the terminal area. So here we've actually, if you look, these are actually 3D cars, not just sprites or just 2D images. I mean, you only have part of the cars, right, the front and the back, because they have the black cut off there. But I think that's a nice touch, certainly. Even the backside of this, Sim fans, they've done a really good job. You can see that PBR texture really at play there. We'll take a look at this at night here in a moment, but definitely looking pretty darn good there. You've got the traffic moving around. Oh, look at that. Well, that's pretty neat. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, even the backside of the terminal area, Sim fans, has been done with a lot of attention to detail. Certainly looks good. Definitely have to say that that fares well. And then of course we have the car rental center here. Again, more details, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the amount of detail they've done on the back side of the terminal. You've got the signs here, clearly can read those. Is it the best I've seen from Orbix and the development team? No, but it definitely gets a passing grade. And we'll take a look up here at the city of San Jose and the surrounding area. But yeah, I think they've done a pretty decent job. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. Some of the scenery with the general aviation. That is my aircraft right now. That's the Coronado PA-34 Seneca 5. Been liking that a lot. And we've got more ground service equipment and vehicles. The one thing that I don't think looks that great is the grass here. Now, I mean, I've got it set to high even, as you saw in my graphic settings. And I don't know, it looks pretty mowed down. The textures there in terms of the grass, I mean, it's not that they're horrible, but yeah, I mean, of course it is pretty dry area. So, but and some of these textures look a little blocky, like that. Now maybe that's really the way it is, but you see a lot of these seams. And of course, that might be the way it is at the real thing, but it looks a little pieced together, maybe just a tad. But if we go over here, we can take a look at the soccer stadium here. So, it looks like they need to move some of the bushes and trees out of the way. They've got some growth there. Pretty nice. More cars, lots of parking and a lot of cars. And here's more general aviation hangar area. And so here's our static aircraft, as was stated in the scenery description. So let's go ahead and take a look, Sim fans, at what this would look like at night. Okay, Sim fans, now let's check out the night textures. And the beautiful thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator, as you all know, is we can actually gradually turn day into night. Unlike with X-Plane, you gotta reload the textures and get out of the sim completely. So we're just gonna go ahead and dim this down. I'll move this over to the side here so we can, so I'm gonna slowly do this. We see the shadows in that change. And as we get towards night and evening, there we got some lights on. Let's just pause for a moment here as we take a look at that. Kind of the dusk. Got some flickering there, probably just part of the anti-aliasing or something else. Not sure why they're flickering like that, if that's showing up. This looks pretty nice over here, Sim fans. Definitely with the car rental center coming up in blue there. That's a pretty nice effect. Definitely looks good. Let's check it out from the other side. You got the lights here in the terminal building. Didn't check that out. Can't miss that, right? Looks pretty neat. All the hands in the air. Let's go ahead and continue on doing night textures here. We're bringing on the night. Well, that's pretty much as dark as it's gonna get here. So yeah, it's pretty decent. Night textures does look good, as it talked about. It's customized for those. Okay, Sim fans, so that will conclude our review of this San Jose scenery by Orbix. Now, I do like the scenery. I think there's a lot of good detail, attention to detail that's put in it. I love the night textures. I love the curvature of the building, the PBR materials, that all looks good. Some of the things I don't like, again, some of the grass textures in that, and some of the ways the asphalt is kind of pieced together, the taxiway and the runways that we looked at. It does look like it's maybe kind of pieced together like a puzzle. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to give this scenery a 7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10 for the SimFanatic score for this scenery by Orbix. Again, San Jose International Airport. Thank you so much, Sim fans. Hopefully you found this valuable, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button and do a like. Do subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, Sim fans, take care and blue skies.